Welcome to another edition of Explaining to Adults. These are things that you probably shouldn't have had to explain to an adult, but you did. Have you got this one? Jane Marie Jones writes, I was fitting a new kitchen with my daughter's help. We were happily working away when the husband appears. He's watching us assembling the cupboards and worktop and marking out for the sink. Imagine our faces when he asked, how are you going to make the hole? I looked at him like he was demented. I said, I'm going to drill it and then I'm going to use my jigsaw. Why? He asked, so you've got one of those drills that drills holes then, do you? After we both picked up ourselves off the floor laughing. What do you think's a drill is for? We tried explaining to him that even the word drill means to make a hole. And he just didn't get it.
One of those hole-making drills.
I had a friend when I was a young kid that thought you got sausages by pulling them out of pigs' bums. Laughing in my teens, I told my slightly younger brother this funny story, and bewildered by my amusement, he goes, where else would you get them from?
This one here from Mark Mullins. My ex-sister-in-law once exclaimed, isn't it amazing how they've kept these videos so crystal clear after all this time? She was watching in a room with about 10 adults and 10 kids walking with dinosaurs. After all the laughter and jibes had settled down, one of her 5-year-old daughters said, Mum, it's computer generated. Imagine sitting there looking at footage of a dinosaur and going, man, this is crystal clear. How did they have this back then?
Jeez, they had the guy in the right spot, didn't they?
Man, he knew his job. Zoom, nice wide lens. Garth Harris, we were calling one of the apprentices at our work an oxygen thief. The receptionist lady went to the boss and thought he was actually stealing the oxygen bottles. This one here from Jason Lawrence. My ex saw a plane towing a glider and said, oh, look, that plane's towing that other plane. Must have run out of gas. To be fair, if you don't know much about the aviation world, that would be a fair assumption to think.
This from Elizabeth Smith. My 30-year-old daughter thought that they plucked the chickens for feather pillows alive and then put them in a shed and waited for them to grow more. Oh, not plucking day. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, my God.
Hey, you. Welcome back to Explaining to Adults. Things you shouldn't have had to explain to an adult, but you did.
I'm going to start with this one here from Alina. My late grandmother wondered how they managed to get polar bears to drink Coca-Cola on the old hands. Surely that'd be bad for their teeth. Sylvia, when my son was a teenager, I asked him to get the refried beans can out of the pantry, not the hot ones, as his younger brother wouldn't like those ones. He genuinely stood there with both cans in his hand trying to feel which one was warmer.
This from Alec. Had to explain to my wife that Shetland ponies are not baby horses. We were driving past some in a paddock, and she goes, man, it's crazy. They go from so stumpy to so tall and elegant. I told her, they are not baby horses. And she laughed at me like, ha, yeah, sure. I said nothing. And then she goes, wait, for real? She was 26.
This one here from Holly. Turns out Nelson Mandela is not a Formula One driver. I found this out in my mid-20s.
What? What?
After asking why people look confused when I would mention him after driving lessons. This went on for about 6 months. I can't drive. Joanna, when I was working in a big international corporation in London, one of the PR team overheard the kitchen staff chatting about the BBC show Walking with Dinosaurs. She then asked, in all seriousness, how did they manage to film the dinosaurs without scaring them away or anyone getting eaten?
Oh, man. Jack Bruce, my wife thought there were different types of fuel that were made in the different years they were invented. She said, they made the first lot in 1995 and then a new type in 1998. Gee, you would have thought they would have made a new one now over 25 years later.
That 91, hell of a vintage. A lot of cars like to slip on that. Todd Slogowski, my friend's wife, saw her father-in-law light a ciggy during a power outage and said, how does the lighter work when there's no power?
Oh, yeah. What do you do with that?
Marriott.
One more here from Trent Ashby. I had to explain to a young apprentice that the JR on his driver's license stood for junior. He thought his middle name was Junior.